Hi, my name is Lara Chalakian, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker and the manager of the mental health program at PUSD. Today we're here to discuss self-care strategies to help support our PUSD staff during these stressful times.
And I'm Luisana Marquez, a licensed clinical social worker with the Student Wellness and Support Services Division at PUSD. Helen Caldicott said it best when she said, "Teachers and school staff, I believe, are the most responsible and important members of society because their professional efforts affect the fate of the earth." Burnout and compassion fatigue. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. It occurs when you feel overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and unable to meet the constant demands. It's the feeling of being worn out. Compassion fatigue refers to the profound emotional and physical erosion that takes place when helpers are unable to refuel and regenerate. It is characterized by emotional and physical exhaustion that may lead to a diminished ability to empathize or feel compassion for others. It's often described as the negative cost of caring.
Professions prone to burnout. Let's take a look at the top 7 professions that are prone to burnout. Please take a look at 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have nurses, social workers, principals, and teachers listed high up on this list. As you can see, we are prone to burnout. Now more than ever, our capacity is shrinking. We're experiencing educator fatigue. We face exhaustion in a regular academic year, never mind during a pandemic.
Some common signs and symptoms of burnout and compassion fatigue include a lack of focus, exhaustion, being overwhelmed, anxious, somatic symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, or muscle aches, irritability, sleep disturbances, feelings of sadness, dread going to work, or losing your passion.
What may be causing burnout and fatigue? Students sharing their trauma and suffering with us. Or maybe a lack of support systems, either at work or at home. A high caseload of work. Added expectations without training and/or support. Being unable to influence decisions that affect your job, such as your schedule, assignments, or your caseload. Maybe unclear job expectations. Or a work-life balance. Maybe you have some increased work responsibilities, or you're working longer hours. Lack of social support, feeling isolated at work and/or at home.
What is zapping your energy reserves? Is it always being on, constant multitasking, feelings of guilt or failure, the constant emails, WebEx meetings, the political climate, fear, or anxiety? Pay attention to your thoughts. Check in with yourself. Are your thoughts negative, pessimistic? How you think affects the way you feel and behave. How you feel affects the way that you behave and think. It's all interrelated. How are you feeling? Are you anxious over teaching remotely or attending WebEx meetings? How much of this is within your control, and how much is outside of your control?
Change your perspective and your thoughts. Accept that there are things in your teaching or your work life that you may not be able to change. For example, you may not be able to provide the perfect lesson when technology mishaps occur. Or perhaps you can't exert the influence over your students that you could if you were to meet with them in a regular classroom. You have to accept the limitations of what you are doing and find ways to work around those problems. Move away from complaining and negativity, and try to find solutions that work around any changes you may face working and teaching in a digital environment. Negative thinking is linked to increased risk of mental and physical issues, relationship problems, and the like. Shifting your negative mindset. That helps build mental strength, it lessens anxieties, and helps you feel better. Self-care and wellness. Taking care of yourself so you can be your best. Let's differentiate between the two. Self-care. Behaviors that help you feel refreshed and replenished. It could be treating yourself to a spa day. These are often one-time or sporadic. Wellness. an activity that we do deliberately in order to take care of our mental, emotional, and physical health. It's practicing healthy choices. It encompasses your nutrition, your lifestyle, hygiene, and exercise. It's what you do for yourself to establish and maintain your health. These are intentional, these are preventative, and they're ongoing.
Between work, distance learning, worrying about COVID-19, stressing over finances, etc., the days can often become busy and overwhelming. Try to remind yourself to stop occasionally throughout your day. This can increase awareness of what is going on around you and inside of you, and allow you to disengage from the habitual busyness of your mind. Stop whatever you're doing. Just pause momentarily, take a breath, reconnect with your breath. The breath is an anchor to the present moment. Observe, notice what is happening. What is happening inside of you and outside of you? Where is your mind gone? What do you feel? What are you doing? And proceed. Continue doing what you were doing, or don't, and use the information gained during this check-in to change course. Whatever you choose to do it mindfully. These are some helpful self-care strategies to help manage your stress. Mindful breathing, which is breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and letting your breath flow effortlessly in and out of your body. Let go of your thoughts, let go of things that you have to do later today, or maybe pending projects that need your attention. Routine is your friend. It helps manage anxiety, and it will help you adapt more quickly to this current reality. Create clear distinctions between work and non-work time, ideally in both your physical workspace as well as your headspace. Find something to do that is not work and is not virus related, that brings you joy. Yawn and stretch. Take 10 seconds every hour to yawn and stretch. Say ah as you exhale, and notice how a yawn interrupts your thoughts and feelings. This brings you into the present. Then stretch, really slowly for at least 10 seconds. And notice any tightness, and say ease, or just hello to that place. Always being mindful and noticing without judgment. The mindful window. Just pick a window and pull up a chair. Look at the window for things that are closer to you. Then progressively move your focus to those that are further away. Avoiding judging or labeling things, just focus on the shapes, the colors, movements, textures. Don't pay attention to sounds. This exercise is about increasing focus by developing your ability to really see things. Be mindful of your breathing during this exercise.
More self-care strategies. Get moving. Regular exercise is very helpful. Yoga, meditation, mindfulness practices, gratitude journals, seeking your own therapy, getting enough sleep, building a strong network, a strong support system. Spend time away from your computer and your screens. Create a playlist of happy songs. Listen to self-help podcasts. Go for a drive. Play a board game. Enjoy the sunshine. Gardening. Treat yourself. We all need a bit of help sometimes, but it can be difficult to know who to ask for help and how exactly to ask for it. You may feel like you're the only one struggling to keep your head above water, but you're not alone. If you find yourself needing support from a professional, there are resources available to you through the district. It's okay to not be okay. Here are some resources provided by the district. Please locate your insurance carrier to be able to access virtual therapy sessions.
Another resource is the Employee Assistance Program, or the EAP. This provides employees with 24-hour access to advice for dealing with COVID-19 related stress and anxiety, and is available to you and members of your household at no extra cost. The LA County Department of Mental Health Wellbeing Line is a resource specifically for teachers and school staff that are continuing to work during the pandemic. School personnel experiencing unique challenges as they continue to serve the youth in LA County are encouraged to call if they feel like they could use someone to talk to. Headspace, offers a collection of mindfulness and meditation resources for free to all LA County residents. Psych Hub's COVID-19 Mental Health Resource Hub is dedicated to providing free resources to help people address their mental health needs during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Remember, it's okay not to feel okay, and it's absolutely okay to ask for help. Working from home has not been easy. We're drained by the end of the day. The pandemic has taken a toll on us professionally and personally. We've lost human connection, the connection with our coworkers, our family, our students. The line between work and home has become blurred. Therapy and mental health supports can help you learn to effectively cope and reduce stress associated with the pandemic. We're all in this together, and we hope that you'll be able to use these strategies and resources to maintain your well-being so that in turn we can continue to help our PUSD community.